That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'ma tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and Khaled's prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number one, why is there no blood? Question number two, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shit's all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit, handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why is the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget, they got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC.
That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see. That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'ma tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and Khaled's prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number one, why is there no blood? Question number two, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shit's all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit, handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why is the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget, they got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They try to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know where to begin. A bunch of new chapters, you didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard, because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask, we all gotta blast back. We're in the game, but we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanique Reviews to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I wanted to say myself, they killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes, big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, you're Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend, some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.
Greetings, chat. Let's get this underway. Everything on this podcast is alleged and used for entertainment, spiritual, religious, and educational purposes. I'd like to get that underway. These two gentlemen here are the gentlemen who killed Armani, Lil Ronnie's daughter. And it is just a shame. They have no shame. They're scared as hell, chickens, on the run, hiding from police, knowing that they shot that baby. I don't care if they didn't know she was in there. It was a public place. They had no business doing it. And then to add insult to injury, if this thing couldn't get any worse, one of these bastards is a child sex offender. That's correct. One of the shooters of that little girl, one of these guys right here, you got Adonis Robinson and Jacoby Russell. One of these guys is a child sex offender. Let that sink in. And they're running around in Texas with people hiding them. But you know what the most amazing part is? When the police get these guys, boy, they're going to sing like birds. A lot of people are going to spend a lot of time in jail because they're going to be trying to cut every deal possible. They're going to get them. The Texas Rangers are on them. So I'll let you see some of the press conference that they had earlier so you guys can understand what's going on. You guys can take this and share it all over your social media so people can see what these demons look like. It's going to be in 2 parts. They're very short, but they can kind of explain to you what was going on with them and what's being done.
Y'all ready? Everybody? The safety of the general public is our first concern. Forest Hill community, please be rest assured that that was the case with this incident. As civic leaders, it's our responsibility to make sure we have competent and knowledgeable staff in place. We are confident the employees acted quickly in this incident, as with all incidents. I want to thank all first responders, law enforcement agencies, and all staff for their hard work during this incident. With our partner law enforcement agencies, we will continue to work on this investigation until justice is served. Our heartfelt condolences go out to the family, to our community, because everyone was affected. Please continue to pray for us.
Good afternoon. David Hernandez, Chief of Police for Forest Hill. First off, I want to thank you for being here today and apologize for the reschedule from yesterday. But I want you to understand that our approach is to have fact findings, have facts for our community. There's a lot of information out there in social media, so we were receiving a lot of that information, so we had to make sure that we had the right information. It was a shocking event from North Texas. I won't speak on the details of the investigation, okay? But what I can share is we lost 2 victims, a father and a daughter who was 5 years old, to this event, to this tragedy. Good afternoon. David Hernandez, Chief of Police for Forest Hill. First off, I want to thank you for being here today and apologize for the reschedule from yesterday. But I want you to understand that our approach is to have fact findings, have facts for our community. There's a lot of information out there in social media, so we were receiving a lot of that information, so we had to make sure that we had the right information. It was a shocking event from North Texas. I won't speak on the details of the investigation, okay? But what I can share is we lost 2 victims, a father and a daughter who was 5 years old, to this event, to this tragedy. On March the 3rd at 10:40 in the morning, Forest Hill officers were dispatched to the 6500 block of Forest Hill Drive, reference the shooting. Our officers arrived and began life-saving measures, but both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. My first press release that I put out, I shared that we had identified a suspect vehicle. We had identified 2 suspects in the incident. And now we've identified the two cowards who took the lives of these innocent people. We have public enemy number one, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number two, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. We ask the public, please, you know where they're at? Let us know. This investigation started on Monday. The Texas Rangers have been our primary investigators. Our Forest Hill CID unit has been assisting. But I wouldn't be here standing today if it wasn't for the Fort Worth Police Department. I want to thank them because their efforts, their officers, their assistance has been instrumental. From the minute the call came in, they started working. They have not stopped. We also had the Everett Police Department who assisted in crime control, in crime scene control and crowd control. It wasn't enough. You were out there. We had to call Tarrant County Sheriff's Department. We had to call the Tri-County Auto Theft Task Force. We had to call Mansfield. We had to call Cannondale. It was a...
These are your primary people that we're looking for in the killing of that child. And Adonis Robinson is a sex offender. I have complete mixed emotions about that. But this is who we're looking for. Jacoby Russell and Adonis Robinson. All you guys copy this, share it to your Facebook page until these guys are brought to justice. I feel nothing for these guys. You have no idea. I don't care if they didn't know the little girl was in the car, was in a public place. Now, and later in that interview, the police chief is going to describe a few other murders. Now, those other murders have nothing to do with this one. But the one that really, I think, he made me sadder than this, you go back to Forest Hill last year, they didn't have one murder. And then all of a sudden this year, in 1 week, they got like 4. And then he was describing, like, I think it was the second or third murder. He said it was just a stray bullet came through and killed somebody, a stray bullet. And that's a lot, but it's a police department to have to handle it. You know, so basically what I'm saying is these people went into a neighborhood where people live, houses, children playing on the block, and decided to open up fire like it's the wild, wild west. These people are in fact, at the end of the press conference, he's going to tell you they're armed, they're dangerous, you know, call the police. We know they're armed and dangerous where they shot up that baby and stuff and then shot up her father. But I can tell you what, the police and the inmates are going to have a field day, but the police going to have a field day. So all them bastards who behind it, it's just a matter of time before all y'all get arrested too, because they're going to sing as loud as they possibly can. Texas Rangers are involved with this, have taken over this investigation. What's up, Crown Reese? What's up, Diana Jordan? You got Nikki Love in the building. And we also have Mag, of course. And we got Adrian Shaw Rucker, and we have Miss Kells. She's first up. Reese, I was wondering when you're going to come on here, man. What do you guys say about this, man? I need your opinion on this. You know, you got to hit the link and come on up. But this is who we've been waiting for, to see who these guys was, to get them out around the world so people can see them. And let us know, you know, call the police, you know, call Houston. Everybody's waiting for your phone call to get these guys for killing this baby. I have no sympathy for these guys. I can see my daughter's little white coffin when I see these bastards. It's hard to even do this thing without even cussing. They shot this baby. I don't care what the reason. They don't kill no child. What's up, Reese?
What's up, my brother? Can you hear me good?
Oh, I hear you real good.
Okay, yeah, I just got some new earpieces. I wanna, yeah, make sure I was good. Yeah, first of all, I want to say what's up to the chat, and I want to give you all the blessings and the love in the world, man, that you're even putting this to the forefront, you know, and you're letting us all know and really letting us how you know how you feel of that. We all need to step our game up, man. There's no way in the world, man. This is community now, man. This is horrible. Nothing like this should be happening at all. and I really give you your respect for even just going all the way out for this. And I know this type of stuff like this is real passionate to you, and so I already know that you're gonna put the pedal on the metal on this one right here. And just
That's
like you say, whatever they got coming, they need that times 10.
I pray to God have mercy that they invent a punishment never known to human beings. To man, look, I ain't even give you no guesstimation on how many times that this baby was even hit, but somebody kind of gave me an idea, how many times. And I don't care. Listen, I don't, I, I don't care what the situation is. If I'm looking for somebody, I'm not going to get them in no McDonald's where there's a children's playhouse.
No,
I'm not going to no car wash where women wash their car and they got a little sign that say a child is on board. He got the rap. I see you when I see you, but I'm gonna see you. I'm not gonna put no children or no women in the business between two men. And these guys just started firing at the car. They didn't even care who was in that car, man, at all, period, whatsoever. And the guy ran while he was shot to try and draw the fire away. And it just don't make any. Let me let you see it just in case you ain't saw it. You can see exactly what happened and watch him try.
yeah,
You saw it already?
I've seen the whole thing. I've seen it over and over and over and over again.
And I believe them
There they
black
go right
cars.
there, the two right there,
Yeah.
right there in the corner shooting,
Yep.
and he
Exactly.
running away.
Exactly. Trying to
See,
draw that fire away from his daughter.
right. See, I've seen it when they pulled up, how they did it and everything. And he gonna run around. He gonna come to the back. They're gonna come back in that back alley back there. They're
Yep.
gonna shoot him up right there, and he
Yep.
gonna come right back in. He gonna fall into the bay.
Yep. Exactly. You saw the whole thing there, right?
I
But we
seen
got
the whole thing.
we got to be careful because YouTube is. But I want people to see
Right.
how. And this is at like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. These guys
In a
don't even.
very good area. Not
A
no
great
shooting.
area.
Like they ain't had no murders there or nothing. That whole entire year.
Man, you can see from that press conference they did that those people ain't had no sleep.
Mm-mm.
You can see in that lady's face, you can see the police chief, like he could barely stand up there and breathe. He hurting so bad as a father and as a parent. I hate to say this, but to see them fathers stand up there, man, it gave me strength. They sitting up there, they police officers. You think they see this every day, but you can feel their pain. When I watched them do this, it was difficult for him to do this press conference. Very difficult. They took this personal.
Bro, you know what? Through all this, we're gonna say what we gotta say. But me as a father, you as a father, I gotta get some kickback on the little brother.
Mm.
Because I know a whole lot more than what's really, really going on.
Okay. Michelle
No, you can go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro. Tell us. I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out, what was so bad about this guy? Because I found out they've been following this guy all morning, so they had to know the little girl was in the car. I'm for the child. Whatever that guy did, that guy
Right.
did. Okay, but
Exactly. I understand that. Yeah.
to me, I'm just saying, if I'm stalking you and watching you, I'm watching who getting in and out your car and stuff of that nature. So if I see a kid that's coming off, bro, I'm gonna have to back away from that because you got a little shorty with you. So I'm
Right.
backing away from that thing. I'm gonna have to catch you somewhere else at the barbershop. You're gonna have to go do one of your shows. You're gonna have to rap. You love to gamble, so he does. He shoot craps and dice and stuff like that. But I'm not finna shoot no kid, man. I don't care what they say. So to me, my anger is not to deny that brother wasn't, had a life out there or was doing drill music and stuff like that. I'm saying that there is no excuse, even if they didn't know the child was in there, because it was a brand new car wash. It's built there to track and bring people there to wash off their new cars and stuff. And you got mothers and children still going to school. They're gonna be washing and drying their cars. So there's no reason to open fire like that in a car wash off the 20 in Forest Hill.
I agree with you totally, brother. But this how the thing go. Now we're gonna
Okay.
reach back into the young brother's past.
Okay.
Um, seeing his grandmama and all them, seeing his grandmama and them on the news, they saying their things and like that. But you go back and you do your research and you see what the little brother was into. Now, the little brother was on some stuff me and you, our generation, will never be on. These little guys is on something that they ain't got no OGs. So it's not BOS at all about anything what they doing. It's something totally different. And they not
Mm.
minding nobody. And I really think somebody really sent the people out to him because he had an Instagram page and he was screaming, shoot people and kill people. He told me he will do this to somebody or murder them. These is days before this thing happened. So somebody else responded. I don't know who the little young brother name is, but he said he's not out in the streets being, having no rap beef. I got too many people under my feet. I don't know if he was saying he didn't kill so many people or if he got some young brothers that come and do something to a person. And he talking about he had blood and this and all of that and all that. He told him, you going to that car wash. He was like, the place where you're from the South, or you say you're from the South, you're not from the South. I probably got more respect than you do down there because you ain't even about that life. You ain't even, you claiming something that you're not even doing. So they claiming the blood stuff. So
You
now
talking
it
about?
comes
Oh, you talking
again.
about that? You talking about that casino dude?
I'm talking about the G Money dude with, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now it all goes back to game. Now, dude told him he ain't about that life. And he was like, you keep talking about you on the South Side going to that car wash. You can't go back over to that car wash no more. So I said to myself, the dude is told on himself on Instagram again for saying this. So the next day that's when dude get killed. So now I say this to say this as being a father. And he's young in the head. There's no way in the world I'm going to be in the game and I'm going to have my child nowhere in none of my mix and knowing I got people that I'm talking about, I'm going to kill people and shoot people online knowing I'm not going to do that. This brother was in a place that everybody in the whole entire state can carry a gun. Even if you're a felon, you can carry a gun. And I'm just saying he was there seconds at that car. That little baby ate up two people's fire. I can imagine it was more than what people say it is.
Yeah, ripped her body apart.
It ripped her body apart. And then it's pictures where people have them. You can see the baby was slumped, and I didn't want to see that shit, man.
Yeah, she in the back seat of the car. I think.
I did not. Yeah, that's wrong. And then because it's so many things that I heard. You can hear him say he ran away screaming, "My baby in the car! My baby in the car!" I mean, just people are just so evil, man, when it comes to situations like this. But I really fault that brother, man, for putting that baby in that situation. I know that's your baby, you want to splurge, whatever, but don't take them to a place when a person told you online that you can't go. And then you ain't got no gun in a place of a state that everybody carries guns and you ain't, oh man, I mean, just, you shouldn't be by yourself.
Man, I
gotta
guess
protect yourself.
I understand what you said, and he should never took his child. This is why I fought the United States of America, because that
Man, you
nigga
better say it again.
that nigga don't own no street. I fought the United States of
You
America.
don't.
The minute he said that about a country, his black ass came over here where he's just a slave and get to run around and do a little bit. He's still a damn slave. He don't own no street. He don't own no car
Nothing.
wash. Belong to the United States of America. It should turn the military loose on his ass and wax his ass. This is the
And
United
whacked
States of
his
America,
ass.
and you entitled to go to any damn street you want to in the
You
United
want
States of
to.
America. Too many people
Exactly.
have died thinking they own this street or this house. You're a fucking lie. And this is why I've been calling, if I get arrested, I get arrested. I've been calling blowing up the fucking White House. That President Trump need to put gangbanging end domestic terrorism immediately. He needs to start an executive order and turn it into domestic terrorism. And we need to be getting their ass and leave Osama bin Laden them alone. We need to be getting their ass.
I'm gonna hold you down, bro. You got the Chicago jumping up, but the blood pressure getting high on you.
Not another child, not another baby with her father, with her mother needs to die because these stupid assholes drinking lean and gambling and spitting ABC pussy ass raps at each other, playing dozens, and then they're going to shoot up cars with babies in it and stuff like that. This shit needs to be in domestic terrorism. Look at all the innocent people that could have got shot.
That's right. That's right. Because there was people there. You see them waiting and moving in the bays and coming straight on out.
That's what the police said. They said the same thing just happened a couple of days before, and the lady got shot from a straight bullet. Went into her house. And I don't know if she. I think she died. Straight bullet killed her.
All this DEI shit. All this DEI shit. It is a deterrent from the neighborhood. People, listen, y'all ain't really getting to the solution. If you don't want no damn gang in your damn neighborhood, y'all form a committee for that. Quit forming a committee for people having a goddamn job. That should have come. You got to have a regular place to live at first. And I'm still faulting all the people who turn their heads against us killing each other in the community. This right here should be an outrage.
Look at that little baby, man.
This should be a march for the baby.
It really should be.
And people ain't doing that. And then they talking about, just like I said something to some lady. Y'all talking that black woman shit. They done killed the little girl. Nobody is saying shit. So I know it's all fake. They just talking shit so they can just to get by with a conversation or the bullshit that they're on.
I promise you, if this was any other race of people, all hell would be breaking loose right now.
It'd be breaking loose.
If this was the Latino community, Latinos from California everywhere. I remember when the Latino girl got raped at Fort Hood. Man, Mexicans came from all the way around the world.
That's right. That's right. I remember that. Yes, sir. I remember that.
Yeah. And here we are here, this little baby stat. And they was talking the other night on the show about Jasmine Crockett. Like, where the fuck is she at now? She in Texas talking all that big shit, want to run the United States of America.
And she talking about the white man who already doing his thing. And yeah.
Exactly.
Same old shit over and over. He's a black president. You can't change it. 4 years. Suck it up.
And this is your neck of the woods, and you can't even get your ass down here and do a press conference to draw attention. Where's Al Sharpton?
The little baby, little black baby.
Where the hell is Ben Crump now? He won't come because the person ain't white. But if it was a white man shot this little baby, you see Ben Crump's funky ass down here.
But you see Al Sharpton's funky ass giving these co-ass niggas gift cards and shit to fucking Costco instead of a black businesses. It's bullshit that people keep riding with that shit, and then it's played the fuck out. It's played the fuck out.
Here. And
hey, I'm telling you this. Listen, I hear a lot of people that's under that little circumstance where I'm not saying it's Black Panther, but they trying to be on something different. I'm trying to look through it too. I keep looking at them saying it's I ain't even gonna say it's COINTEL no more. It's the feds. Any group that you see a lot of people who grouping up something, that shit ain't for real. It can't be for real, man. We got to start doing something. Individual people connected with individual people to clean our community. Because we suck at doing what we do and keep asking and begging. We want Medicaid and all this. Niggas, get up and let's make something happen so we can have that shit on our own.
Exactly. And what do you think about this, man? This asshole here, this Adonis Robinson, is a pedophile.
They were paid.
A child sex offender.
They were paid. That's why they got caught.
And that's why I hope the police get them where they can start ratting out everybody, bring down the whole thing. Because somebody, I don't know if it's true or not, I listened to another creator. He said some of this stuff go all the way back to Mo3.
Yes, it does. And we on the right page. You already know. The same thing that's happening over and over again. You go get these young dumbass niggas in there. They probably did it for some weed, some lean, and a couple little trick bitches, and
Dang,
did
man.
that. Yeah,
They
stupid
sure
shit,
do.
and they don't even care.
And they
Yeah, they
advertise.
don't care.
No, they sure don't care. But I'll tell you
But
something.
we as people, in the so-called community, I still don't see the black community on the map yet. You know
You
why?
don't.
Because the motherfucking shit don't exist. Because ain't nobody getting together at all. We supposed to be together, man. I sit up here today, listen, we looking on TV. A guy that's been in their community forever. He out drunk, stole some car, white boy, over in Kentucky, crashing into the damn building, to go to the store to steal 2 bottles of some damn red ball, whatever they drink, that the Fireball. 2 bottles of Fireball. He ramming in the car, and they said we've been knowing him for years and years. He's a good customer. They never said nothing bad about that man at all. But here we are with the shit that we do, and we keep talking about motherfucking Donald Trump, man. Y'all need to stop fucking that. That motherfucker is where he is. You ain't where he is. You talking about a rich motherfucker because you're poor. We need to get the shit that we got going on here. I'm
Exactly.
scared to death. I still got a 15-year-old son running a barbershop, and just I deal with so many people that shit can happen easily. Come in, people can shoot people up. But we
Man.
preach every day. We're not with gangs. We don't want them around the kids, and we preaching this. And that's what we have to start going to the polls for. Stop going to the polls for the president, because you don't vote for the president. You vote for the people that's around you. You need to get these people off our street. If
If
you're a
we,
black person and you agree with the gangs in your neighborhood, you're a gang member too. And you're a killer, and you're a robber, and you're a murderer. That should not be in our neighborhood
at all where you pay taxes
at all. You the big dog in there. How can a motherfucker talking about this my street? You're a damn liar. And if we got to start having killing with force, we have to. We eliminate what we got. God gonna forgive us for that, but we're gonna move on and have a clean path. But we got
kill
to start holding each other accountable.
accountable. That's it.
Boy, Chef said something the other day when he said we got to. Chef said it. Shout out to Chef. Chef said it. We got to start holding ourselves, because we can't keep letting the gangs be in there fucking our households up, fucking our
Exactly.
communities up. It's the gang, it's the people that's doing wrong shit. We need to shame them. We need to hold them to the highest extent.
Which is
I
why
feel if you kill somebody, you go to the death penalty.
it could be worse than that if we can get this turned into get gang banging completely turned into domestic terrorism. That would free the police,
Domestic terrorism.
the county. That would free up all resources. That would bring it all to an end. You could throw the mob in there too. All of this would be called domestic terrorism.
That's right.
And you can, if they made it domestic terrorism, just the thought of gang banging, they could arrest all of them immediately the next day. Anybody that's affiliated, anybody that's in a police computer as a gang member, they would be arrested, put in federal custody for life, without the possibility of parole or even pardon, because they're domestic terrorists.
If you know they did that in California,
They
the
tried.
whole police department in every county would be in prison. Tell me I'm lying, bro.
Well, no, they got gangs in the police department, but you would give them a chance. You tell them by the 1st of April, this law goes into effect, and you got to the 1st of April to get to the police station, let them know you're not affiliated with no gang, because if you don't, you're gonna be arrested for domestic terrorism. That includes the police. They get a chance too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you are. You're affiliated with a gang. I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're Mexican. You're affiliated with a gang. That's domestic terrorism. And they would turn the National Guard loose in every state. The National Guard would no longer report once a month. They'd be active 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, arresting domestic terrorists.
You guys will be locked up And everybody be on check in, we come to get your ass.
We
But
ship
you need to have that.
we ship some of these people, like the president has arranged. Now some of these inmates are going to El Salvador. They're going to Africa. Ain't no air conditioners in those jails, buddy. None at all whatsoever. Do your time over there. Other countries. They got these empty jails over other countries.
Hold on, I heard you say waterboard their asses and didn't kill them.
Man, I meant that shit too, man.
No, that's right.
Hey,
I
my
love
time in
that
the
one.
military, I'm a proponent for waterboarding. You know what? If you got one of them bastards and you water, that's why I like Dick Cheney. I wish Dick Cheney was president, man. If we got one of them bastards and waterboarded his ass, in 2 minutes, he tell us where every trap house is. In less than 2 minutes, he would tell us every murder that happened, because he would be so fucking tormented that even God wouldn't be able to give him no comfort if you waterboarded his ass. And then while he's soaking wet, you put his ass on the electric chair while he's soaking wet.
Put his ass. Woo!
And send his ass on the glory, and then put it on TV so everybody can see this is what's gonna happen when you next one you punks shoot a child. We don't care what the reason is.
Have you ever seen the Green Mile? That's the electrocution you should have with that water on you. On that Sparky.
Hey, Top 5.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How you?
I'm good.
Hi, Sci-Fi.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to.
That's right.
How do you guys feel about the death penalty? Because when I think of this case and have murdered these two people, I believe deserve the death penalty. And if they can pass an international law to make it a death penalty for drive-bys and all this stuff, I think crime would.
Hey, bro, can I say something? Can I answer a question first?
Yeah.
Sister, I'm gonna tell you this. I've been real close to something that's being in that situation, and I know people that's been in that situation in Ohio. That when I just said the Green Mile had that electric chair in there, and that was the electric chair that's here in Ohio. It's called Sparky, and it's in Lucasville, Ohio. And I seen that electric chair go off. I seen the lights go off. I heard people become very, very silent. And so when those lights dim for about 17 seconds and nothing happens again, is right on time, because that's how long it takes really to put you down with pure electricity. Then I would say no. But sister, the stuff that's going on right now, I really think what Brother Taniq just said, there has to be some kind of a precedent. There has to be some kind of a way to set a message to where there is a line that you cannot cross. If you do, you will highly pay for it. And not only do I think that electric chair that I know of, I would have wanted something totally different because the crimes are different now.
So, let's look at it this way. Let's look at every other country in the entire world.
Well,
there is not one other damn country in the entire world that this go on in but this motherfucker here.
That's right.
I done lost a child. She was stabbed in the heart by somebody she knew. Her case still open. They never solved it. She was 6 years old. There's no other country. There in Saudi Arabia, if you steal a candy bar, they cut your fucking hands off right in the store you stole that.
Yes.
And in Africa is the same way. Women can walk around with their breast out and the man won't even look at them the wrong way. They'll pluck that motherfucking eye out.
I see people burned alive for stealing potatoes, burned alive and beaten to death about 250 people.
This is the
on
only
live
country,
TV.
the most violent
Yeah.
fucking country where you as a woman can't walk down the street because some man is going to target you and rob you and rape you
Yeah.
without the
Yeah.
fear of anything happening to him. This
That's
is
right.
the only country. In Europe,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a murder like this in 50, 60 years. Well, why does it happen here every day? And we're growing so numb to this, we're expecting it. So let me tell you, America supports the death penalty, but it's states that undercut the federal government, and states won't allow, some states don't allow the death penalty, and that's what the problem is. And in the states that don't allow the death penalty, look at the crime. Look at Chicago. Chicago and that fat ass Democratic governor. Look at the crime in Chicago. It could have been 15 children killed in Chicago. Wouldn't nobody care because they see it every day. 15 children. Had nothing to do with it at all, period. Wouldn't nobody care. They just go to work, and go to church and glad it ain't them on Sunday morning. I mean, look at Baltimore. Look at LA. I mean, you got kids on Figueroa prostituting right now, even as we speak. I mean, something has to be done to protect our. I'm not trying to protect that young man. I'm not telling you that that young man didn't bring that trouble on himself. Please don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Right.
the audacity to go into a
Mhm.
public place where children could be and shoot the place up is wrong. And 3J on here, and he'll tell you what's going on in Georgia. I remember when Georgia was a good place to live. I remember when we had Georgia on our mind. I remember when it was a dream to move to Georgia. No, people
Yeah,
couldn't
my
do it.
family from Georgia.
Yeah, mine too. They're in Morrow, but
Yeah.
Georgia's a horrible place. You know why it's horrible? Because
Carrollton.
black
Yeah.
crime is on the rise, just terrorizing all of
It's all
Atlanta.
black people.
Around
It
all
is.
black
It's all
people.
black people. And we're
Nobody-
not saying nothing about it.
We
We're
need
not
death
saying
penalty.
nothing about it.
No,
We need to hold ourselves accountable for it. And we need to get rid of who's the people that's in our communities. We need to set pace for it. If you can't get with the family, and to hold this up, it ain't gonna go.
We've been saying this when we were kids. Now our kids are saying it, and then our future kids are saying it. We're saying that for broken record. I think the least is gonna be once Trump signed an executive order that if you get caught selling drugs, it's the death penalty because this is something that he's been rallying on.
Oh,
I thought you was. Do you have your TV or something?
hold on a second.
Crown?
Go ahead. He cut it down. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying is, during Trump rallies for the past 2 years, he's been saying that he would like to pass an executive order or a bill. I forgot how he paraphrased it, but basically, if you get caught selling drugs, it's a death penalty because that's what China been doing, and that's how they've been controlling drugs and gangs and things of that nature. And I have a feeling if Trump does that and the fine printing, it may also target some of these gang members, people that's doing Anus Act, Menace to Society, things of that nature. But I understand what both of you guys have been saying since I asked the question. But what's frustrating me is those talking points that you guys presented to me, it has been shared for years and years and years to come. And really, we need something that's going to put a stop to it, regardless of the state law. If the federal law says if you do a drive-by and you are identified as a gang member and you are known to sell drugs, you should get the death penalty. And once that happens, and if you on death row, you shouldn't be on death row for no more than 1 to 2 years, period. We need to fast track this stuff so we can set an example for the rest of these people who want to make quick money by murdering someone. And then we're going to have little girls like this being a part of the crossfire. Because
exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there was another little kid. No, it wasn't this one. It was another shootout, and the kid was in the bedroom, and a stray bullet had struck another kid. It was some type of same situation as this, and they didn't go into details how old that child was. But the fact and the point is, this stuff is out of control and it's getting worse every 3 to 5 years.
I absolutely 100% agree with you. And I think that's what President Trump started with these tariffs. Remember what the tariffs about. Don't listen to the white Democrats who want to make you believe you got to be a black and slave to them. President Trump said, he was clear, I'm putting 25% tariffs on China and Canada, listen to this, and Mexico, because that's where all that damn fentanyl is coming from. And we are exacerbating a lot of money, manpower on drugs that are coming in freely. They won't let us cross over into Canada. I drive a truck, I drive it over there. I got to sit there 4 or 5 hours while they inspect because I'm black. But they're letting fentanyl come back into the country freely at an alarming rate. And our kids are dying smoking marijuana laced with fentanyl. And he's saying that they're going to have to pay for that. They've killed a bunch of Americans. And that's what the money on the tariffs about. They called a reprieve a few months ago. You think they would say, okay, we're going to put some drug people, we're going to stop you from coming over there? No, they want to, I'm telling you, this is slightly genocide of our race of people. It's like they get us here, Now they letting us kill our own babies. I mean, we're just getting it from all around. This has got to stop. So I think that's exactly where he's leading to, where he's going to sign an executive order about gangs, about drugs, period. And then for the people who did their time and trying to make a good life, 2 days ago, he signed into law. If you did 12 years in prison, he's going to have your record is going to be automatically absolved. No longer do you have to put on an application you're a felon, because if you did your 12 years, did your time, he erased it. It's already an executive order signed. I bet you didn't hear nothing about it, did you?
No, but that's beautiful to hear.
12 years, you did your time. He said you shouldn't have to go get no job and put that thing on there. You did 12 years in prison, automatic erasure of your record if you served your time so you can go get a job and be a normal citizen. He said he found out that the number one thing that's hurting some of these communities, people can't get no jobs because the jobs hold over them, that they got a felony on them. So he said, if you did your time and you've been away from prison for 12 years, automatic erasure of the felony off your record, and driver's license and everything. That's already signed into law right now.
Exactly.
So I can see heading in the direction you're talking about, where the death penalty and gangs and this stuff is going to be put into domestic terrorism. It's going to be the law of the land, that if it's gang related, child gets shot, it's going to be a felony under the federal government rules. Well, the federal government has the death penalty. It's just the local government's trying to interfere, but they can't interfere with the federal government.
And if they get that law for that, and when it passes, you're going to see a lot of black men who is doing very, very well. And it's going to come about.
Oh, he signed
law right there.
He signed it. He
signed that law right there. Watch, you're going to find out. Watch. It's going to come. Watch.
I see the guys on TikTok already going out looking for jobs now because they ain't got to put it there. Their record was erased. They did their 12 years and it's erased. They can go and get a job now without the word felony coming up. He signed that Monday.
Yeah.
Right. Why would you do time and then you did the whole time and you come back and you can't be a part of society and you already paid your debt? That's money paid.
That was something.
When you do time, you pay.
What's this about?
That was something that Bill Clinton had passed. He passed that.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. You're very right. That's right.
And did you guys know that I think Trump had also spoke out on sexual abuse, molesting, rape, that will automatically get a death penalty too.
Right, and it should be.
I agree, because I'm a victim of it. And these people that does it, it's something, it's like it's no stopping them. Now I know other countries will cut off their you know what, and you know what I mean, but we don't do that. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So there's some good things that he's doing, but I can slowly see where he's going with this. It's gonna catch some people by surprise. They're gonna be really surprised when he really put this into enforce the law. He taking his time, walking up there, trying to see if people gonna make changes. But unless you take these guys here are not fucking human. All right, y'all talking about shapeshifters and shit like that. Adonis Robinson is a sexual predator. What the
Yep.
hell he doing shooting children?
That's right.
He's a sexual predator, already registered sex offender,
That's the thing.
child sex offender, and he's shooting babies.
Yeah.
He done went from child sex offense to now killing children.
Yeah.
This is not human. Even the devil is not this damn bad. Jacoby Russell killing babies. I don't care if they didn't know she was in the car. You don't go to no public place like that.
Why do everybody that go to hell got that tattoo in the middle of their forehead?
Man, I was just looking at it. It's funny that you said that.
What the hell going on? That mean listen, hold on, listen, people. We have to be very, very listen. As I get older and can raise a family and just have a home and just, sometimes you can sit back and just think, you had your job. You sit back and get you a drink or drink you some coffee, sit down, smoke a cigar, and you just think like the people that are evil amongst us, and do they show their face? This is the face that you see. And it's really hard to know, like, when you look at this picture, like, what have they gone through? And you can just look at, they don't give a damn about nothing. Everything that's meant to happen is what it is, because remember, it's the picture that you take when they catch your ass. Just look at their face.
So would you agree that shit, he should just be arrested for the tattoo, which represents demonology?
That's right. Just look at it. We can't see the other brother's tattoo on his face. He got only thing I can say, he is shiny demon, because he look like he could put a whole bunch of grease on his face or something. On his neck, one you see his neck tattoos, but he do have tattoos. Man, the God saying just popped up on me. I know you smoking. I hear you over there. Yeah. Yeah, but it just how, man, the devil like to show his face and you don't even see him, but you really got to see him. That tattoo in the middle of his forehead mean a whole lot.
Everybody I ever saw had one of those in the demonology and murder, killing people, drugs, gangs. Everybody I ever saw ever had one.
If you're right, exactly. Because really, it comes to my mind when you see a white supremacist. I'm gonna tell you, people, when people say people be racist, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you this about real knowledge. I know somebody I grew up with became a white supremacist, but I can still talk to him like he was a regular person. I promise to God. I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, right next door to Indiana. I used to wrestle. I beat this white boy. The state wanted to do something to me. Like, they wanted to, like, lynch me for real. When I come up here and do this practice, this years in the 90s, early 90s. And me and this dude to this day is cool, but they racist where he come from. But he has two different lives and trying to live through this. So I said something to him maybe a month ago, and I was just like, just hollered and see how he was doing. I know his father had passed away. Somebody had told me, through some people I know. But whatever he's on, he's on. But I'm gonna tell you something, when it comes to somebody that's racist, they won't even talk to you. A lot of us put racists on people that ain't supposed to be on them. There can be somebody you can help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, a racist won't say a goddamn word to excuse my language on me to take the Lord's name in vain, but I'm telling you the truth. A racist will not be around you at all.
I can't be bothered with racists. I'm trying to get rid of these Uncle Tom and these niggas out of our race.
That's the ones that I'm talking about, because them the ones that they work for.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think that we was looking at this thing wrong. We've been looking at white people to do something for us, and we need to do something for ourselves. We need to clean up
For
our.
ourselves. That's right.
You know what? During slavery, we had a conversation. I don't know if you was on here or Chef was on here, and a lady came on here and she just dropping all kind of bombs and information, and she was going over like what's that called? New York. That big park in New York,
Central Park.
Central Park. Man,
Yeah.
did you know that was a black graveyard?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a black graveyard. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know that, man. This girl was dropping all the facts down, and why? I mean, just unbelievable. It was a prosperous place where blacks prospered. Then we went to Georgia. Now forget that place in Georgia where white people dug a lake to bury those successful black people that was doing foreign and international trade. And then just now this week, I started to recognizing that place and apologizing for what they did. We got Black Wall Street and stuff like that. Now here's what the point was. All of that was done in situations worse than Jim Crow. We were slaves, literally slaves. And yet we had the most prosperous business. Look what they did. They bombed Black Wall Street and then took our fucking name in New York and called it Wall Street. And they did business the way black people did business in Black Wall Street. Black people didn't bother the United States of America. They were selling grain and stuff to Russia, and they were doing international trade. All those people had brand new cars, brand new homes, suits, ties. They wouldn't even bother the U.S. That's why they let the Air Force bomb and kill all those people, because we do better business than they do.
Exactly.
We started numbers running. They call it the lottery. What about all those black people went to jail for a number running? It was just the lottery. Now it's the lottery. We invented the red light. White man invented the light bill.
And bootlicking. And bootlicking.
But they invented the light bill. We invented the light bulb.
Yeah. All that bourbon and whiskey that these white boys got up here in Kentucky, you already know. Their brothers did that. That's why all the slave people have been over in these areas in Ohio. Orville, Ohio. I told you our family did the same thing. We the first my family, you don't know my family, but my family, Tanique know, we deliver Smuckers.
So if we can accomplish all of that at the worst time in human history life, what has become of our people now? Bye-bye.
You said what have come of our people?
Yeah, what the hell happened to us? Now we're not even under those circumstances. What's going on?
What's going on is back in the 90s, we were under attack with all these ridiculous laws. That's how the three strike law came about in California. But at the time, Joe Biden was a senator, and he had passed the law with the help of Hillary Clinton, calling us predators.
Yep.
And said that if we get caught with any type of offenses, our punishment needs to be greater than an average, citizen or person. So if we get caught with weed, we'll probably do 5 years. Where if a white man get caught with weed, he get rehab. If we get caught with cocaine, the white man would get probation plus rehab, plus funding to kind of help him stay on his feet, where we would do 5 or 10 years in jail. Then they got even more crazy, because that's when they separated the fathers from the household with Section 8, food stamps, welfare. And then when
stay at home and get free money. Don't go outside and open your business. Stay at home.
And then when the fathers got caught up with the drug thing, then they were given football numbers. So we're now seeing the side effect right now of what was going on in the 90s. Because when Joe Biden was running for president, before he won, that was one of the talking points. He was in charge of throwing a lot of black families in jail, him and Hillary Clinton. But a lot of black people didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to believe he was racist. And now, ho and below, we're finally seeing the true side effects, because the brother who got killed with his little girl, his mother was a crackhead, and his father was in prison. And he was living in the streets at the age of 9. This is the brother who just got killed. Yeah, him.
Lil Ronnie?
Yep, that's his storyline. So it's so ironic.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's so ironic that the laws in the 90s literally affected his life and then his daughter generation. So this is a generation curse that was put on us through the lawmakers, is what I'm trying to get everyone to understand.
Listen, Sister Seth, I really adore you and love all of that you say, but I'm gonna tell you what's really going on. We have to start dealing with the noun. We gotta fuck the damn tax people and all of them people. We gotta be the people that goes to the town meetings in our counties, our town hall meetings. There's not people there. You can pull up in your county, it's the people are not being there. We have to start doing something for ourselves in our own community. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We don't need to do that. Once we make something, just like how the Black Panther movement, we got to do something within ourselves
But
and
listen,
create something as a movement. We have to do that. We have to create what we don't have. We have to create that again.
but
That's how the Black Wall Street, that's how the movement comes.
But what you got to understand, if they're passing laws that only really hurt us and our family, our nuclear family, no Black Panther, no civil rights, none of that can change it. This is what I was pointing out. Because of what happened to us in the 90s, we're finally seeing the cause and the effect of today's society.
That's why I said we got to do something different.
So what's going on is Trump have already reversed some of the things that Joe Biden did in the 90s. That's how a lot of brothers and sisters were commuted out of prison. Remember his first term, just thousands and thousands of prisoners released. That was because of the crime bill that Joe Biden had did on us back in the 90s. That was affecting us all up until now.
That's why Big Meat, Harry O, all them got out of jail because of President Trump.
Exactly. So what I'm saying now is I agree with you when you said we need to get involved with local politics and show up to these meetings, but doing these other like activist things, we don't need that right now, because right now what is being dismantled right before our eyes is old laws are being they are discontinuing those old laws because they see it's really hurting society, it's not helping. And then they're combating with new laws that's going to fix the problem that's going on now. And in the near future, a lot of us will feel more comfortable. Okay, let me get involved with this. Let me get involved with that. Because
sister. That's right. I feel you. There you go.
They're going to offer us grant. They're going to offer us money. They're going to offer us incentive to want to get involved in local government for regular people like me and you. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we're going to each one teach one and mentor these young kids that's missing a mother, missing a father, missing a auntie, missing a big mama. And that's another problem. A lot of big mamas been removed out of a lot of communities. Like they were looked at as the enemy. They were, being disrespected. These kids wasn't even introduced to big mamas. Some of these kids don't even know what that means. Like we do.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question. I want you to really think about this because this is gonna be a really heavy question. All right, I don't care how y'all answer it, but I want y'all to answer this because it's the heart and the center of some things that we got to change. Now, I want you to tell me, is this art or is this fiction or what it is? Is it real life or art? Which one is real life? Which one is art? Or if it's not art, I want to know if it's not art. Is this art?
No.
So this is reality, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, this is blood.
This is menace to society.
Yeah, this is blood.
This is one of
right here.
This is one of his videos, and this is being allowed in our society, disguised as art.
This is some bullshit.
Yep, it is, because it's hurting our family. There is no family in this picture. You don't see no women. You see all men. Most of them hate women. I'm just keeping it real. This is
Men
why
on destruction.
women are single, because a lot of these brothers, these young kids or these older men, we all been through some stuff, and then we just pass it on. So you don't even see no family in that. They look at themselves as family. When they go on trips, they go on trips like that as a group. You don't
But
see
some of these women put themselves in a predicament where they should be hated. I guess we're gonna have a good family dinner.
See that baby? See that baby?
Look at the baby. Who let his booty too? Look at her.
Do you see this baby? It's right there.
Look at her. I bet somebody could really make a family with that woman. Look at that. A natural born ass in the spaghetti.
Lord.
Look at that.
See, I loved you like a sister, but you died too quick. And that's why we called you bitch. I bet you.
Oh, it's dead wrong.
Sometimes it's just best to hang out with hang out with your boys, because we don't want to eat no spaghetti like that. Thank God for Olive Garden. Amen.
But see, this is the problem. I've seen a lot of videos of some of these people be on vacation, and I always look and see how many females is around, and it's almost like it's none. Like, I don't know if this bisexual or new life going on, but
it's different.
This is some strange shit that I'm seeing taking place right now.
It can't be that, because here he is with his child, and let's see, made by her mother. She's a female.
Yes, but
So
why is the majority of the image that we see of these brothers is always with males, and they're not representing no family. They're not representing no nuclear family of the wife, the child with the husband.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, every picture of my son that I got more pictures with my son than he does with his mom.
wow, me too. At least I did.
And that's because I protect that dude, man. I have to. I was raised in the house. I had a mother that, thought she was like the queen and this, and I got the money. I'm getting the money and all this with all my other brothers. And man, I'm telling you, that put a sour taste in your mouth. And I don't ever want to have a household that don't have two people that's raising their children, doing something that you're supposed to do. What Sci-Fi said, Big Mama was with me. I know Big Mama.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of Big Mama.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
These
what I'm saying? My Big Mama died in 102.
They don't
natural cause. Macon, Georgia. Yeah.
And the one
Fannie Mae Robinson. And she owned owned gas station. She owned a baseball team, owned a movie theater. Yep. My Big Mama did.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you want,
and we own country land down there in Georgia. Shanique, no, my daddy from Carrollton, Georgia. We own plenty land down there. Yeah, and that's what we need to get back to. And I am so glad that I'm honored that I can have my son to really come back and we can look at that. And that's why I need to say that, he's at a school now. My son want to leave because there's too many niggers there. That's what he said, Dad. I know what you say about niggers.
Yeah, because
he said it.
Everything out, and it's like these brothers are missing that. They're missing Big Mama energy, because some of us is born without our grandmothers being alive. That's when Big Mama kicks in. You know what I mean? Big Mama be knowing what's
I think you hit it on the head. Well, I didn't know about the boy's story until you just told me. I think you hit it on the head. You're right. He didn't grow up with no Big Mama, especially if you talking about his father was in jail, mother was on crack. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know that part, but I seen the grandmama was on TV though. Tell me he ain't never did nothing to nobody, but he online. Tell me he want to shoot the shotgun and kill people.
I think she the auntie, but hold on, we're sure.
This is about a shooting at a car wash that left 2 people dead today. It was in Forest Hill. Police say tonight they have identified one single suspect. They have issued a capital murder warrant for the arrest. Our Aaron Jones now hearing from some neighbors who say that they are scared, especially about a recent spike in crime.
Becky Johnson says just before 11 a.m., she heard gunshots outside her Forest Hill home.
I heard 6 the first time, and then it was like a half a second to a second. I heard 6 more.
She watched as first responders and police quickly arrived at Slappy's car wash. Police say 2 suspects exited a white 4-door Kia and approached the victim's vehicle parked in a bay. The suspects opened fire before driving away. The family of 30-year-old Chucky Smith tells us both he and his 5-year-old daughter were killed.
All we know is that he was charged. He was doing the car, cleaning the car out, and somebody came through shooting and killed him and the baby.
Smith is a local rapper who goes by G Little Ronnie. He's gained a large following on social media, and tributes to both him and his daughter are pouring in.
Got my little Valentine's with me today.
Just a few weeks ago, they shared a special moment, attending Donuts with Daddy at his daughter's school.
He was a good kid, y'all. He was. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't. Him and that baby.
Those who live nearby are now expressing concern for their safety. Forest.
You can see, yeah, but there's a lot of people who are saying her same sentiment. That basically what this kid did was rap music, rap videos, a lot of gambling, and drinking lean and marijuana and stuff like that. But such as like really being out in them streets like that, nobody's wanting him. That's why he wasn't carrying no pole.
That's why he is not. And there's people that have been saying that you ain't about that life. Quit talking, but you can see posts on IG where he talking about I'm the biggest over in this side and the south side, and he just making a mockery of people who's on that side. And somebody got on there and said that you can say whatever you want. I ain't from that side, but I'm more popular than you are on that side. So you got to stop because you're not about that life. Stop talking like that, bro. And this was the brother said out his mouth. What you say his name was, bro?
Yeah.
Little Running.
Yeah, and then he said the same exact day he said that you over at that car wash, you can't go to that car wash.
Yep.
And that's the day it happened right there. And you can see the dudes pull straight up. They start shooting. He ain't shot at all. So the baby was shot instantly with 2 automatic weapons. He was not even shot. He didn't get shot until they seen him come around into the alley. And that's where he passed right there in that bay right there.
But it goes back to family nuclear.
That shit crazy.
Because even though his mom unfortunately was on drugs and then his father was locked up, he was himself at the age of 9. And I caught an interview of him saying this. So this is not no secondhand information. And the interview, the guy who was interviewing him, I want to say Cheese, shout out to him. He was like, well, how did you survive? And of course, he said he was out there in the streets.
Yeah, so that happened.
This is what happened when big mamas and family is being destroyed.
Gone. That's right. You right. Say it, Sapphire, baby. Say it. Say it.
And we gotta rebuild. We gotta refocus back on, family and home. And if we see a little teenager selling drugs, those are the ones that end up growing up and doing what we're talking about now. Either they're becoming a victim or they are the aggressor that's doing the shooting. And it got to stop on both ways. But now in today's society, we afraid to approach anybody because these kids ain't got no respect. They ain't got no manners. That's how you can tell if these kids got someone a little older that they respect, like a grandfather, grandmother, big mama, because they'll be like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. If you speak to them, they speak back with no attitude. You can kind of tell, okay, this kid seemed to be okay versus the ones you speak and they be like, do I know you? Or You know, they won't even look at you. These
Right,
kids,
exactly.
and these kids can't even talk to you and look you in your eyes. That's how gone and disconnected they are from family.
Right. See, now we pulling up on them, you know, even through my barbershop. I even got my son. I try to use them through my son. So we pulling up on people. And I pulled up on the gas station. I got arrested. Pulled up, they said I was loitering. You know, I ended up getting out, and it was a brother that did it, you know, because it was a couple of brothers that was sitting outside of the gas station, and they was like, it's in the afternoon, so I was coming to get gas, you know, just cut a few heads, and it was lunchtime, and then the police pulled up, and, you know, and I was talking to the young brothers, and they like get ready to move. I'm like, you ain't got to run away. And I'm sitting here talking to, I know they fathers or whatever, and asking why they was here. You know, they was going down getting, one was getting licensed and one was going down and paying some fines so he can get back to school. So the cop pulled up and he tried to just act crazy in front of us, and I was really being the person who was telling him, like, hold on, it ain't even like that, bro. You know, trying to holler at the brothers. Ain't doing nothing wrong. They were sitting up over here instead of being out on the road. The lady got killed the other day, so they sitting by the gas station. So I was just going in there and you know, getting a couple of Gatorades I had for the, you know, I had a couple of youngsters with me. So they arrested me and said I was aggravated menacing. Knowing I wasn't, because I, you know, I guess I.
This is why the
spoke out of turn
OGs.
to 'em.
This is why the OGs can't help. You know, like you want to like think like Big Dirk. He see what's going on, but one of his prison conditions was he can't advise his son. He can't advise anybody else, or they're gonna
That's
come in and
right.
charge him with mob action and put him back in jail for 30 years.
Exactly.
You know, so
Look,
he can't say
look,
nothing.
they put me in jail, and I end up beating them in court. You know, and just like, why can't I, you know, put the strength back in my community? I was talking to some guys that used to be in trouble, and they're not in trouble anymore. And I showed the video and everything, and I beat that police, and I didn't even know I could sue him. But I didn't want to sue him, but I could have sued the guy.
You should
But
have. But
you know,
listen, well, for years I've been talking about community activists. Ain't you guys? Ain't you slightly curious why ain't no community activists even talking on behalf of this little girl and her father?
right. That's right. That's why the judge told me if I come back in the courtroom, he's going to arrest me because I was an activist. That's what the cop told
That's what
me.
I'm saying. That's what's happening to our activists now. Even if you name yourself an activist and they see you on any TV being an activist for Black people, they come and arrest you in less than a week. They killed all the community activists that put together that
Black
a march
Lives Matter.
with Mike Brown down in St. Louis.
Right.
They killed him. Darren and all of them. They killed him
And the cars and burning
brutal
them
way.
up. Right.
Brutal way.
You
Right.
right.
Brutal.
That's how I got in trouble telling y'all that stuff, man. FBI
Right.
and shit sitting around me. And I was like, man, if y'all give me right in front of this place, in front of those cameras, I just had to bust back because I was by myself. You know, I'm like,
I remember
okay,
you used to
forget
call
this.
me and tell me that. Whew.
Yeah, I started talking
Right.
about Black identity extremists and showing
Right.
you how they investigated Darren Steele and how they were able to put that whole thing together through Facebook. Because Missouri didn't know that march was going to come, that peace rally was going to come, but they did that through Facebook. And then all 6 of the people who put that together, they were investigated by the FBI, and the FBI cut a deal with 1,900 police departments, including that one. And all those guys are killed, hung to the tree. Their cars blew up. And in my personal opinion, allegedly, it was law enforcement that did it. And then they began to go after activists around the country, Franklin and Memphis, Tennessee, just trying to speak on behalf of Black people. So now if you look, what you would normally see in Dallas, Fort Worth, you'll see activists. That's why preachers don't do it. They automatically been warned if you go out there, what could happen to you. And they're not willing to sacrifice their life like Dr. Martin Luther King and stuff like that. That's why they don't do it. They want to have your funeral and have a big crowd, try and get some offering money for your Sunday, but they're not meeting in the streets talking about that. You know, it's about 25 churches in the area. Where are they at speaking on behalf of that community and speaking on behalf of this little baby being shot? Where they at?
Right.
There ain't nowhere to be found. There's a lot of outrage on social media, but I don't see it publicly. No.
Exactly. They're not going out there because they're afraid of what will happen to them if they show themselves an activist.
It's all titles. If you keep looking on YouTube and all social media, it's all titles. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. We have to be the ones that go out and do the right thing and do it. I told you, don't do it as a whole big ass group. Do it as people, 2 people. Let's get it. Hey, y'all go 2 people. Everybody go 2 people, and it's different. And it's so it won't become as something that's known as a movie because you come in as a couple. We have to change the narrative.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe what two.
It's always something that's in there that we get around.
I believe what
So all
Tupac
of us
said.
are smart people, and we can get around that.
I believe what Tupac said. I'm gonna be honest with you. In this case, I believe it more than anything. When I heard him explain what the 50 niggas meant, you needed 50 niggas in that community that would rally together for that little girl and make a change. And
Yeah, this
now
is
I
different.
understand what he was saying. Just 50 people could have cut those streets off. You wouldn't have been able to get out of there. That's what he's talking about. Imagine if we had 50 men in every state for emergencies like this in our culture.
I would have thought Charleston White would have said that same thing, what you just said.
You're not going
He
to do
said
that
something
because
totally different, man.
he live in Dallas. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he said he lived right there where it happened, and he said something totally different, man.
They pulling up on him, so he got to go to the store and stuff like that. And so you have to. That's why I tell people when you come on YouTube, don't do your community you live in. You know, whether it's bad or not, because you come active and speaking against it, you're gonna see those people at the local Costco. And they're gonna be trying to get at you because you know you spilling truth. You want to see change, but these same people who don't want change are gonna get at you. So Charleston, he got to go and get something to eat and go into the store. So you got to be cautious with what it is. I told the cussing pastor this. I said, look, bro. I said, I've been knowing you for years, over 30-something years. I said, look, don't cover young Dolph's case. He said, I cover what the hell I want. I said, wait, hold on one second, man. I said, I know you from a different life when you had your own cable show. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I said, but look, I said, you got to live there. But he didn't listen to me. What happened in the process? He lost 2 sons. Somebody hit one of his sons getting out the car at 100-something miles an hour. He's right there in that area. So you can't say what it is you want to say.
All right. Okay. But shout out to Charleston White. I don't mean to say it like that, but I just thought his first word would be this like you said about the gangs, them niggas need to die. So it's just my feelings caught up in it, but I just I feel like none of these guys that have no mercy.
And
just
then
like
another
the lady
thing,
who put that, huh?
And then another thing, he ain't never lost no child. I'm speaking to this as a parent who's lost a daughter, went to church for an hour and came back and somebody stabbed my baby in the heart and killed her. And that case still remains open to this day. They didn't do anything at all, period. And ironically, the people who did it fled to Texas. And as long as they don't leave Texas, nothing ever be done. Because Texas decided to protect them.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Been doing this forever, man.
I'm speaking for real. Them niggas need to be killed. That's why I was so pissed at Samaje. The same people who handled my daughter's case 20-something years later handled the Samaje Crosby case and rewarded the alleged killers with $6.5 million so they can just get it out the way. They didn't do nothing for Samaje Crosby. Nothing.
That was horrible. And they let you hear the baby die on live.
And the killers got paid $6.5 million.
Wow. They literally let you hear that baby die on live TV. Through the 911 call.
So my whole point in saying this, I don't care if they didn't see a child in the car. It don't matter to me. You went to a public place where children are there learning with their moms and dad how to vacuum the car and they're out there trying to help dad wipe the mom, wipe the car. It's too family oriented. So you don't do a hit at a car wash. You don't do a hit at McDonald's. You're not trying to get nobody innocent. That's why this is premeditated murder. They've been charged with capital murder. Right. Capital murder. And that's what I wanted. Capital murder. You don't go to a place like it. This dude, if he what he say he was, you're gonna see him at his rap shows. You're going to see him selling drugs. You're going to see him on the street. You're going to see him. But when somebody's in the car and they may have a child or a woman in the car, There's no excuse for me, none whatsoever.
Any person that's in that vicinity, you need to be charged for every murder. If it's not that murder, it's the attempted murder.
Every could have been murder. They did that in the Nipsey Hussle case. They charged that guy with not just Nipsey's death, but the possibility of killing other people who were just in the way. So I think they should expand it to the lady who lived across the street, all those other houses. A stray bullet went and hit a lady a couple of days ago in that same community. A stray bullet killed her. So imagine they shot 30 bullets. 30 bullets. All right, 30. Which you don't even, if you can shoot a gun, I don't need but one shot. All right, they shot 30 bullets. So that meant that bullets could hit at least 30 people and kill 30 people.
But they hit the baby before they even hit anybody.
Yeah, and they ain't even trying to tell you how many bullets, because that'll be enough to anger people and make people come out. I'm gonna tell you something. The government fears one thing more than they do a child killer. They fear black people uniting. They're not gonna tell you the truth because they don't want you to unite. They're not gonna tell you, okay, you know what? If they wanted you to unite, they'd be like, okay, stop out. This little girl was hit 13 times. The bullets tore her body up. That would piss you off so bad you would be down there because you'd be pissed off. So they're not gonna go that far, because you know what? They fear you, me, Crown Reese, all of us uniting as one for a cause. They don't want to do that. The FBI's telling them, no, don't let the colors unite. Oh no, keep it nice and pretty. Act like y'all so hurt, and it means so much, y'all. Y'all gonna find these guys, because we don't want the colors to come out singing "We shall overcome" again.
Right.
Sapphire, I've seen the pictures. Listen, yo, you don't want to see that shit. You'll be furious as a motherfucker. I promise to God you will. As a black woman, I promise to God you will be. And most of the shots are head shots.
Yeah, I wouldn't even show that picture either. I had to picture him laying on the ground and her in the car. I wouldn't even show that stuff. I think that's real tasteless.
You as a black woman, well, I'm telling you, every black woman in the entire world will be fucked up, and it would be something totally different. This shit is wrong, man. It truly is. And it would take a man to even try to just hold that shit in just to see what these motherfuckers the same colored person that this motherfucking man is. These some bitch ass motherfuckers, man.
And let's not forget the black man. Adonis Robinson is a child molester.
And they ain't even getting no fucking money, ain't got no lawyer, and they fucking broke as fuck, man. So it's no man, this man.
And who you think hiding them out and helping them? I think they should go to jail too.
Who hired them to do this?
I think they
doing this shit on their own.
No, somebody hiding them right now, protecting them and making sure they eat. I think all those people should go to jail and they should get the death penalty too. If you house them,
they all should be held accountable to the fullest extent.
Agreed.
Stupid as fuck.
Yep.
There's nothing but the death penalty would do. And it should be done within 90 days. Do all the DNA that you need to do and all of that stuff. So when 90 days come and they've been sentenced, they can get the death penalty. Forget holding them 14, 15, 20 years. No, get it over with.
Somebody asked me where you find it. I ain't telling you where that shit is, man. You don't want to see that shit, man.
You sure don't. Don't even look for it.
I'm telling you, don't, man. I was mad as hell to see that shit. That's wrong. You don't do people like that, man. Now no motherfucker ain't got nothing to do with shit. That's wrong. That's unremorse. I mean, that means your retaliation shit. They should cut your head off and your mama head too.
It made me wonder how they were able to actually get up.
It's wrong, man.
It made me wonder how they were able to get up that close to the car and get inside the car and snap pictures like that with the police securing the scene. That scene was supposed to have been secured.
Girl, her hair was in her eyes.
I know. Take a look at the scene now. I'm thinking the scene is secured, but how did they get up in the car and get those pictures? It don't make any sense. Let's take a look at the scene real quick.
With a father and a young daughter shot and killed in Forest Hill. This happened just off I-20. Police were at the crime scene all day investigating. NBC5's Maria Guerrero has details.
It is family members who rushed to this scene who told NBC5 the victims are a local rapper and his little girl. Heartbreaking moments just after 11 Monday morning as loved ones got to the scene of an unfolding tragedy, many in disbelief over the lives lost in broad daylight.
He didn't bother nobody. He didn't target nobody. He was a family man, and he was going around rapping. Okay, why would you target him? And a baby, his baby?
Stella Houston says her nephew, Ronnie Smith, and his daughter are the victims of gun violence.
So you can see my point. That thing was secure. So how did they let them walk up to that car and take pictures and distribute them like that on the internet?
That's hate. And you know what? There's no way they was supposed to have access to it because they're contaminating the crime scene.
That's what I'm saying.
Have no one that's not authorized in the crime scene area.
That's what I'm saying. I understand. They went up there to that thing and zoomed in on that little girl in that car. I was teed off. I was like, Lord have mercy.
And
One thing, what?
What's disturbing is that little girl, she probably had best friends at her school that is now traumatized and depressed and don't understand why she's gone. This has a unconditional trauma on people who care about people like this that get murdered.
That's her little best friend right there. And so when they had Daddy Donut Day, the little best friend was kind of sad because her father wasn't able to be there. So he stepped in and filled in for her father.
Right. That's right. That's what's up.
He stepped in there, huh?
So that little girl is probably going through the trauma of losing her best friend. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? You know what? The daddy trapped in. You know, the daddy trapped in the middle about doing the right thing and still crying for a way to get out. And I think through his baby, he was trying to find a way to get out, and him still stuck in, you know.
I'm telling you, this is a new low. This is something diabolical. Like one of the four horsemen paid a visit to Forest Hill, Texas, and this is a new low. And if we let this go, your city's next, my city's next, and that one of those four horsemen gonna be riding around, and this is gonna get worse. There needs to be a precedent, something unprecedented, never seen before to mankind once these guys are convicted. And just going to jail, it costs $135,000 a year to keep one person in jail, and most of us don't even make $135,000 a year.
This is why I said if Trump passed this executive order, no matter what state it is, they have to follow it or they will be, losing federal money and stuff.
Exactly.
Because this is going to clean up all the demons off the streets. And if the execution can happen within 160
days, 90 days,
something, it gotta be something so swift where it's gonna make even the hard criminals be like, well, goddamn, I think I need to, just chill.
Do something different.
Yeah, do something different. I think I need to start cleaning up my life and taking this shit more serious because the government is not playing, because there's too many lives they're affecting when they kill one person. Now two, a baby girl. I mean, listen, we normally hear these rappers getting gunned down, right? But what I'm noticing, because this little girl got affected, now everybody is seeing it a little differently now. That's the narrative I'm hearing. So if now everyone is on the board of saying this should never happen, then we need to address all of this shit, not just, the drive-by shooting, because that used to only happen in California. Now it's all over.
It was in Chicago, California, New York, Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, you probably forgot about it was about 3 or 4 years ago when this is really what upset me. It took me a long time to get over this one that happened about 3 or 4 years ago. The guy listening to FBG Duck's song where Duck go, he'll go and take a piss on that shit, talking about the enemies. and everybody started to go in the graveyard pissing on their enemies. And this guy went and pissed on his enemy in a Chicago graveyard and then took a crap on his enemies. And the enemies came right to his house. They went to his house looking for him. And okay, he didn't go out. But then he went, picked up his daughter, and they went to McDonald's, and they pulled into McDonald's and shot his daughter up like 20, 30 times because they claimed, okay, that should have been the last child that happened to. Even though they didn't know she was in the car, there was no excuse. And the state of Illinois spared, the state of Illinois spared no expense to track those guys down and got those guys. And him going to the graveyard is the reason why that girl is passed. She had nothing to do with any of that at all, period. So why are we now, 5-6 years later, with a little girl with her father at the car wash going through this again? You see, if we don't do something unprecedented, this is going to happen again and again. And most people ain't going to care because these are black people anyway.
Right. Wow.
I guarantee you, if there was a little white girl, things would be different.
Yeah, but I didn't know the backup story behind that McDonald's shooting. I do remember it being reported. And even then, I was like, this is crazy. This is getting out of hand.
I won't even show you the video. They shot her to pieces, and they caught the police pulling the body out the car. And all that because the father went up, videotaped himself, and put it all on YouTube, urinating and defecating on somebody's grave.
But the mindset to even want to do that is what is crazy to me.
I'm not a black, what you say, bro? Black extremist. I'm not a black extremist.
Black identity extremist.
Black identity extremist. I'm a black on your monkey ass extremist.
I'm sorry, man.
Monkey ass. I'm on the monkey niggas. That's what I'm on. The monkey niggas ain't got nothing to do. I'm on the monkey extremist nigga. That's what I am.
Some of
you monkey niggas need to get out of our neighborhood. Hey, listen, they just had down here. Listen, this shit is sad. A sheriff, a brother, married to a sister, got a daughter. She 10 years old, y'all. This shit just came on the news today, and I seen it. Walked in from the shop, came early, and this girl, 10 years old, married to her sister for 4 years, and he on the phone trying to have sexual intercourse with his stepdaughter, and he have his own 13-year-old daughter.
On the phone?
This shit on the news today. This shit is on the news today.
Send me a link. We're gonna cover that too.
I'm just we fucked up, y'all.
We are. I'm glad you said it. I was trying to say everything but that.
We fucked up, man. Listen, Sci-Fi, listen. I was just sitting up here just thinking a few minutes ago. You're the truth, sweetheart. I'm telling you, I'm so glad. I ain't never met no sister on the internet who own the same shit, and you know what it is, and you know where it needs to be. And I'm telling you, we fucked up. We got to call this shit out.
That's the other thing that really hurts. You see a good father, a father to his kids. You know, he got 2 kids. A father to his kids removed from these kids' life.
Yep.
And it's fucked up how he got to go through the way because his mama smoking crack and his daddy ain't shit. And I'm telling you, that's most of us. That's how we in the penitentiary. That's why we buy the electric chair. That's the reason why our neighborhoods are fucked up from people behind us. And then we try to do right, still come and be in street. And this is the outcome. Yep. When we have no guidance. Where there's no big brother no more. There ain't no each one teach one no more. What we screaming, knocking on wood. Ain't no BOS no more. Tanique, that's our era. Ain't no none of that no more.
No,
we have to go back to BOS. We have to go back to BOS.
I bet you half the people don't even know what that means.
Nope, I don't.
They don't.
Brothers of the struggle.
Brothers of the struggle. But that comes off the back. Each one, what you said, it come from the consciousness of each one teach one.
Facts.
That's BOS.
Okay.
Cause we can put it in the same norm. See, that's coming from back. My uncle from Chicago. That's why me and Tanique so locked in together. My mama from Chicago. So it's about black people. And people in Chicago is about being together. Why? Because the Italian mafia was there. They ain't like no niggas. So niggas had to stick together.
But
So it's a different realm there.
The Italians were pretty cool to black people. You go back to
Exactly. But
yeah,
it's
you go
people
back
that's
to like,
around that will let you have the money.
you go back to the Great Depression. It was Al Capone that opened up soup lines for black people. There wasn't no soup lines for black people. Al Capone put them soup lines. That's why he's so popular in black areas of Chicago, because he fed black people during the whole 20s. He opened up the soup lines for black people so they could eat.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell people today, Donald Trump is your modern day Al Capone, and you better listen to that shit and hip onto that shit and grab the money and stop criticizing the man. Get the money, because the money coming. You ain't seeing it now. Watch that shit triple up in your bank account, because he's doing the shit too early. Shit gonna dribble up while he in there for the 4 years. I'm telling you, I promise you that.
I think
ain't my name ain't Crown Reef. I ain't know what it is.
I thought
whatever
Elon
the
Musk.
effect you feel with the medical, I don't feel none of that.
Elon Musk said if he told you what America really did with his money, he said they would hurry up and kill him faster
Hurry
than they
up
want
and
to
kill
kill
him.
him.
He trying to take his money and come back and try to see why America's fucked up. He trying to see who the fags that's running the America. That's what he trying to see. He a real African American.
He
He a
said they
real
would kill you,
African
but
American.
he said he know where the money's been going. Every time they stand up and say we're gonna raise $100 trillion for this, he said $100 trillion never made it there, but he said he know where it goes now.
So that's why he can give everybody 5,000.
Yeah.
Here you go, motherfucker. You motherfuckers stealing from everybody. Here you go. We ain't got to pay them. Fuck them.
He said on Joe Rogan that America is the biggest pyramid scam in the entire world. None of the money they ever raised went to any place they said it was going to go. Maybe a few dollars.
Hey, Donald Trump said he want to go touch the gold and see if it's in Fort Knox.
Yeah, because if he get there,
I know that's right. I want to go see it too.
if he get there and see that none of the nuns there, then our money is worthless. The day he identifies the gold, which is why no president went, and say there's no gold there, and nobody see no gold, then no country in the world will want your money. Because the only reason they take that paper is because it's based on gold, oil, it's based on diamonds. And if they go in Fort Knox and see ain't no gold there, trillions of pounds of gold, then your money becomes worthless. You can have a bonfire and start burning it.
People online talking about money, they're talking about it because they ain't got none. You got to really hear what they're saying. People don't talk to crypto. When they talking crypto, they're talking about changing money. So if it ain't no money inside of that damn bunker, you can't see.
If you ain't got no gold, you ain't got no money.
You ain't got no money in Tennessee. That's why we going to, let's go inside Fort Knox where you say the gold is.
He ain't went because ain't nothing there. So they calling their allies to try and borrow gold and stuff to try and make something out of it.
You better make something happen. Yeah, you better make something happen. Hey, you know what, man? Damn, Sapphire, you the first. I don't even know. I haven't really listened to you, but I listened to you this evening. My sister, thank you for coming up. I promise you, boy. You listen. Where you from?
I'm from California, and thank you.
Yeah, it is. That's why you there. I already ain't got to say no more. I already know that's where the heart is of love. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. So I already know where you at. You on the same thing I'm on. You community.
Black Panthers.
Yes, yeah. I know that's right. Yeah. You community and all the way, yeah. So that's why, it's not like where I'm at, it's not like that. So that's why my lingo be different, because where you at, you'll probably love to live where I am, because I can buy a house 200,000 plus, an acre and a half, 3-car garage and 2-car garage, 4 rooms, 2 baths. It'll be different the way, and it's also very cheap. But the thing that's here about Ohio, I would rather have the South, and most of us should be going to the South because that's where the land is. So
That's also what we screwing each other worse than they doing anywhere in the world. Black people screwing black people. Look at Atlanta. Look at the black prosecution where they prosecuted YSL, and then gave those guys 25 years probation, 35 years probation. Hey, you hear anybody with some damn 25 years probation?
That's crazy. That's slavery to me.
Yeah, and they doing it now around the country.
Because it's not all black.
And they doing it around the country.
Who think they black and they putting them there. Oh, we got a black woman there. She got this degree. That's bullshit.
Yep.
We got to stop that shit.
They weaponizing black women against the system.
Exactly, and they do it on purpose.
They always have
the degree.
They even did it to Trump. They use a few women to weaponize him to try from running for president.
Hey, I told somebody, I said, listen, my aunt got a degree and she worked at the prison. What the hell? And she got a master's degree. And she was top, what's that? Top of the class. She was at what's the top of the class of your graduating college?
Something cum laude or something like that.
Yes, sir. She got that, and she worked in the prison. And she trying to talk about these degrees. And I'm talking about, baby, I don't care what you say. You had to pay some white people to pay you to have whatever you got. And you can't even be in the sector that you are. That's why you got Jasmine Crockett. If her degree was so powerful, what the hell she up here want to keep talking about a white person for? And he said he doing shit and he ain't doing shit that she's saying. Jasmine Crockett needed, and then and at the same time she want to look and tell me she black and she want to look like a hunky. She want to look like a white person to me.
She need to speak up for Texas right now. A little girl.
She look like a white woman, a black person that's trying to act like a white woman to me.
This is her area here, and the little 5-year-old girl was shot. Why is she speaking up for her and her family?
She could have had the little. Listen, I'm a barber. She could have had the little curls with the taper from the back. If she got low hair, and I would have put it with the part in there, with the curls on the side, with the part in there. Bust her with the earrings, with the taper in the back, and she would have looked good. But looking up there like a white woman, I don't even know what she's talking about because she's keep talking about somebody that she can't put her hands on. That's like a bullying the person they know they can bully.
Well, it's funny that her salary is close to $180,000 per year, but her net worth within 2 years is $9 million, and she was a millionaire when she was running.
Because they tell her to say that shit, Scott. I mean, sci-fi. They tell them you on the money. I don't mean to cut you off. You on the money.
But what I was saying is, I think she's part of the laundering of the money from Doge.
That's what Elon Musk was saying. That's how they get the money. That money filters its way back around to these people's campaigns, back into their pockets, and it's supposed to go to certain programs, and it's not going there.
She's the last of the Mohegans. She's the lawyer.
And what's so sad, Fannie Willis got in trouble for that in Georgia because he was given a grant, and I might be wrong with the quote, but I think it was $2 or $3 million.
It was there. Yeah, you tell us good. Yeah, you right there.
Balance to stop the crimes that's been going on in Atlanta, and none of that money went to that program. All of that money went to her defense team to start a RICO case between YSL and Donald J. Trump. That's it. So that's
about to start. Go ahead.
Asking her to come to Washington, D.C. because we want to know, when we gave you this grant, why you didn't use this grant to fight and try to help these kids to get mentored, to have some type of leadership in their lives so they can grow up and be, giving to society, giving back to society. And she been dodging all of these meetings to account for this money. So yes, she's getting in trouble. All of these politicians, when Trump say draining the swamp, he ain't talking about regular people like me and you. He's literally talking about the local and federal government. And this Doge thing is exposing a lot.
It is. It really is. It really is.
Only at Tonique Reviews will you get this news. Sci-Fi gave you what you need to hear. Crown Wishes here.
Over the years, man. She come in dropping them jewels on the watch. She ain't got
I'm
home.
telling you what you dropping knowledge, man. Listen, sometimes I don't want to listen to a lady because they be confused. Sci-Fi, you can keep on talking, sweetheart. Because she talking, she really know what's up, and I really. But you know what? I met a sister in California, and they be on their ding. Like we say here, people be saying, when they on, I know some brothers, they say I'm on my ding and they Muslim. But so I take the same thing as like, hey, what you on? I'm on my ding, but I'm not Muslim, but I'm on point. So when I see Sci-Fi, she on her ding. So I really respect her for that. I really, understand what you're saying because you're not coming with nothing that's chaos. You're really coming on point. And really you coming as a revolutionary for real because you really got a point to add to everything that's really going on. So not trying to say that you are revolutionary, but
in conclusion, Sci-Fi, what do you think should be done? What do we do in the future? What you gonna do in your community to make sure this don't happen?
Well,
Sci-Fi BOS. You BOS. I'm gonna put you BOS, okay, Sci-Fi?
I just been paying attention to the executive orders, taking notes, and I'm waiting on Trump to drop some in the future that's gonna help us out cleaning up our neighborhoods, because I do believe with the law enforcement and the executive orders that he's going to pass in the future, I believe Trump is also going to give people like us incentive if we want to do things around our neighborhood. I'm going to make it easy so you guys can cut through the red tape and give you money and have, of course, keep receipts, because we want to see if it's working. If not, what do we need to do more? What do we need to pull back? Things of that nature. And that's what I'm really waiting on. I'm waiting on Trump to at least say something or release an executive order so I can go to the website, read it, and see how I can apply it, to my neighborhood, because it breaks my heart for me to walk into these grocery stores, you guys, and seeing people that should be at home on retirement. They look like they're 80 and 90, and they're standing there doing customer service. I mean, they look so feral because they're doing it because they can't afford their health care or their medicine or food or rent. Everything is sky high. And it really breaks my heart when I see people like that. So what I've been doing a lot lately for the past 6 months or 8 months, if I'm in a store, I don't care who it is. If I see someone struggling or pulling stuff back, I'll offer to pay for it.
That's right. There you go.
Or I dig in my pocket and I would give them $20 or $40, give it to them, and I literally walk away. I've been doing that, here and there, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm contributing something. And I encourage you guys, if you have $5 or $10, whatever it is, if you can afford it, especially if you're seeing with some kids, Lord, please don't just let them put everything back. Help them get whatever they need so they can go home with pride, you know what I mean? And not feeling down and low, because there's a lot of people that's depressed right now because everything is sky high. And then it's a lot of fear going on because of these changes. But these changes is going to help us for the better. This is why Trump keep reminding us that we're in the golden age, the golden year. And I challenge each and every one of you guys, when this show is over, please Google it, because I went to my mama get together for her birthday party last year, and it was I was around a lot of people with different lifestyles, right? And when I mentioned the golden age or the golden year, nobody didn't know what that means. Literally, no one knew what that meant. And I was around at least 8 to 10 people. So I asked the guy who sat next to me to Google it and read it out loud. And when he read it out loud, and this is before Trump even announced it, I said, this is what Trump is going to announce in our near future, which is going to benefit us. We're going to make sure there ain't no one homeless again, no food in our stomach. When he did the address of America last night, he talked about the farmers. He kept emphasizing the farmers because he's going to give them permission to farm their land so we can have more local groceries in our area. And, you know, if you ever did a garden of tomatoes, once you get started, you have so much, you can't eat it all. So what do? Knock at your neighbor door and try to offer them something. Well, that's what's going to happen in our near future. We're going to have so much fruits, vegetables, free food, where it is no reason for us to.
Well, you better do it quick, because Nebraska got 30 days before the state of Nebraska go broke, and all their wheat crops and all their meat and stuff is because of the tariffs and sanctions has driven the state of Nebraska to bankruptcy. And they're on there asking people, the governor, everybody, do y'all know that they're there? Do y'all know that the state going to go bankrupt because of the things that Doge and stuff has did to the state by cutting off the imports, exports? And they're saying there's going to be food shortages because they supply most of the steak and beef throughout the country.
Well, he just suggested last night that on April the 2nd, they will have all the rights they need with no red tape to go ahead and farm their land. He said,
well, you just touched my heart. And I went and I had one of those. And now I'm going to call somebody else, and I'm going to see if they want to eat one. I'm going to call her and say, let me buy you a dinner.
Boy, that looks so damn delicious.
Now I'm going to invite somebody else to have some with me when I go back this weekend. I'm going to call and say, you know what? Sci-Fi told me to go in my pocket and take you with me where I can have one. We can have one of these together.
No, that's right.
Someone say, Sci-Fi gave me the idea, so I decided to do that there like that.
Yes, but family, please don't forget to look into what the golden year really means so you can understand the blessings that you're going to receive in the near future. That's all it means. We are rich. We are powerful. We are blessed. We are, the most favorite. So there's going to be some changes that's going to feel weird. That's okay. That's okay. But as time go by, you're going to finally realize without nobody telling you, this is why we had to do it this way. This is why we're doing it that way. Okay, now it makes sense now. So
I just same shit over and over and over and over and over and over.
Sorry, Reach, what are you going to do, man? Make that neighborhood better and try and, I guess, reach these kids? I don't know, man. What are you going to do or hope to do?
I just feel like what the sister Sci-Fi said, she just like really on point, and we have to we're going to get back to what we've really been doing from the giddy up. When I grew up, it was people who was growing their gardens and having their fruits and vegetables, and we can go down there and say, hey, we got no money this week, but we holler at you next week, and just going back to old-fashioned decency of what we really love, but we have to get rid of the rotten tomatoes out of our society of what we call or try to re-exist something that's the color around our avatars, black. And I am not that kind of a color, but that's something that we gotta find out where we come from. But as for a human soul now, we all that are the same color as our avatar. We got to be in a situation to where we got to stick together and make it happen. And we got to be the big dog of our community. We got to be the big dog that speaks loud and saying when the shit ain't right, it ain't right. We got to be the people that, or the big dog that when it's rough, we got to push harder and think better and bring people in that knows what it is that we need to have and give confirmation to the people that's behind us that don't even know that shit gonna get right. Because we had to do something at this time when Trump is here, man. We got to really start to grasping on. We got to start owning the biz. We got to start owning the gas station. We got to start owning the smoke shops.
Can you say a lady in your community owned the gas? That black lady owned the gas station now?
Yes, sir. She owned the black gas. It's the only first sister I know. Down the street from me, she owned the gas station down here. The sister. Yep, I hugged her ass twice. You know, every time I seen it, and she know me, Crown Riches, she jump out that goddamn Lamborghini truck, and she got all the goddamn black grandchildren in there, and the shit is live, and I love it. They got on fur coats, all the grandbabies, and she making this shit known. That's how you supposed to be, because the Indians was the same way when they was here on this land, and they got oil from this land. That's why them honkies tried to steal it from when they had that movie called The Full Flower, whatever it is, The Full Flower of the Moon. Leonardo DiCaprio, he played in it. Go back and look at that movie. It's what a white man trying to put his hands in that he was a $5 Indian. So yeah, it's a real good movie, and they stole it from the Indians. There was also my aunt went down to the earliest part of the Louisiana parade where they have Indians come up and said, no, they was in North Dakota, and they had Indians come in, and they had 5 Indian horses with Indians on it, and they walked up, and it's on. I think she said it was on YouTube.
Come think of it. Since you brought that up, I want Mardi Gras going on, so I want to send a shout out to the Zulu tribe down in Mardi Gras handling business. I'm supposed to be down there with the Zulu tribe, but I wouldn't make it. But y'all better save my beads.
Yeah, but she said they was up in North Dakota on a trip with the kids, and the Indians came out and they gave out they all they screaming and hollering and said. They said that we're not Americans, we're the first Americans that ever came to this country. And my nephew was there, and he's 9. And he told me, he said, I didn't understand what they said that there was their country. I was like, because it was their country first. That's what he said. He's the first African American. Because they said African American. African American Indian. That's what he said. And never, ever, ever. And I asked him, why didn't you get that on video? He said, we're going again, and I want to hear that again. But to my family, on my birth certificate, and I've been around the Tanique Reviews for many, many years. And just like he posted up here with his daughter that went through some devious things, that this situation is that people are taking our community people out. I feel that I had to be the person that come up and be on the side of him. But I told them, I said, Tanique, I want to do something that if they come to a point to where they're putting your daughter, that you have to come up and prove that your daughter was killed, why can't we have a community that everybody can find out who everybody has done something to someone in our community? We should have some kind of a extraction team to where our babies at, who killed our babies. I feel that we need to have that in our community. If we can't have a community come out and stand out and talk about it in the neighborhood, we can do it online. Where our babies at? If you don't want to go outside and put him on blast, let's do it online. Why can't we have some kind of a, see, I took y'all from 1,000 ways, went somewhere else. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. We got to think different. Cause I was thinking, I was gonna say something totally different, but I got traumatized and went somewhere else. I think we need to create our own thing online since everybody's online. Let's create something to distort people online and have them think differently in the street. Since everybody online, they was online to kill dude. He at IG saying he was gonna kill people. He was gonna do this. He was gonna do this, and people replied to his IG. That's a counterattack. We can have a counterattack.
So he actually said he was gonna harm people.
He said he was gonna do it. You can hear him say it. Shotgun. I got the shotgun. I'll blast your ass and put your ass in the past where you don't last, and have your family mourning you. That. I listened to like four, like it was. No, I'm gonna say it was 3 different those things I heard. But yeah, he talking about killing people. But the person that said that it was gonna do whatever they're gonna do, I feel the person who got online on IG said it. Who you said it was, bruh? I think he had something because he said he was gonna put his foot on. He was gonna put his foot on the person.
I think
He
they
said,
said it. CJ Casino. I think they said it's CJ Casino or something.
right.
That's
He
what that
said
name
that I got so many people on his neck. I mean, he said I got so many people on their neck. I ain't got time to deal with the rapping shit. And all that shit you talking about the South Side, bruh. I'm more South Side than you. You ain't even about the streets. This is what the guy's saying. It seems like I'm saying it again and again and again. But he said, you ain't about the streets.
That's
But
why
he
he
said,
didn't.
you can't
That's
go
why.
back to that. He said, you can't go back to that car wash no more. Because he said there's something he'd been at the car wash, boom, 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 whatever. In a place that was nothing what white people did the whole year, no crime, no murders, no nothing until that shit came. And he said that you can't come here. And he ended up going there that day, the day after his daughter's birthday, and he went to the same car wash the guy said online. So and you can say whatever you want to say. The shit is online. You can hear it on IG. And then the same thing that we seen the grandmama on here, y'all ain't hear what I just said. They said that his grandmama said, he ain't hurt nobody. He this and he that. That's what we all say. Just like I said earlier, the man crashed into the liquor store here in Kentucky, in Kentucky. Not here, I don't live in Kentucky, but in Kentucky. They've been knowing it for years. They ain't say nothing bad about that white man. He crashed in here. He came in here about 2 bottles of Fireball whiskey. It's the same exact thing that we're going through. There's no reason in the world that we should hold gangsters or people who disrupt our neighborhood accountable. Really, that's all I'm saying. There's no way in the world. So I'm telling this. The baby mama should be shamed. The woman should be shamed if she's still living. Because her baby died or let this damn hoodlum ass nigga And I don't want to be vulgar towards the brother or whatever. But if she knew he was in some gang shit, she should be held accountable. And I'm telling you, this is how they handle young men in the juvenile adult facilities. If you are part of the shit, speak word about it, you are about it. Those are people that we need to get out of our neighborhoods. We cannot each one teach one. We cannot BOS. Period. And everybody knows that. And if you are not part of that shit. I wouldn't give a goddamn if the FBI know. It's got to be the FBI. I'm telling you this. It's got to be some kind of assertion with us, with y'all, man. We can't be always destructive. We cannot be the communists. It seems like we're the communists. Everybody called Martin Luther King the communist. That means you got to have disruption in our community. I don't want to be the communist. I want to be the solutionist. I want to be the one that have all our people in right together to do the right thing. More perfect than what you call white. The natural person. With all of the kingdom of a wisdom of a God, of a king, of anything in front of your face. Not the nigga that you preserve, because I'm not that person at all, and I don't create nothing like that. But we need to start asserting ourselves in those situations by creating a peasant pull along. Get those peasants out of here. That's what we need to do. Sci-Fi told us we need to have each one teach one. Sci-Fi said that. A sister. That means getting the bullshit out of our places. She said it softly. I'm saying it roughly. We don't want none of you motherfucking devils in our circle. We want families here. We want creations here. We want people that can speak and have everything that they got going on be supported.
Facts.
Not trying to call on the news, create a black-owned business. Bitch, we don't need to ask them hunkies to do nothing for us, and I don't mean to say that about my white people, but I'm just speaking in my black tone. I'm just saying we don't need y'all. We have the ability. We do all the best shit on TV. We're the best people ever in everything, eating fruit, anything, creating the table, creating the Wi-Fi, beating a nigga, whatever. We the best. Start showing it in a delightful way to where we care about people, to where we care about one another, to where we care about the next person that's along from us. If you don't like a white person, so the fuck what? It's three niggas. He don't like you. We all are one melting pot in this American United States. You might say Trump doing this, whatever them punkies doing. You know, shout out to the white people. You know who I'm talking about. They know me. But we need to be together as one people, man, and be and we need to have the best of common sense. It's about common sense. God damn it, y'all. We American motherfucking people, red, black, blue, whatever. We die, bleed the bullshit. But stop being soft. And act like you the baddest motherfucker ever. When I was going to school, motherfucker had a mother. He was a white boy had a mother. He was a bad motherfucker. He was Hulk Hogan. God damn it, I was a junkyard dog. I was gonna fuck him up, but we got to have the American way. And the bullshit that you do not accept, stop talking about shit that don't mean nothing. Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing. Talk about niggas that's in your community fucking your community up. Put that on forefront and see how them white people. See if the white motherfucking Jews come out. See, listen. I'm in Cincinnati. They was on that damn listen, I got so much bias about this. And they gonna be listen. They listen, I know they is. They was on side of the highway. They was not in the neighborhood. Plenty much. Kids was coming from the other side to the left of me. To the left of you. If you looking forward to you, to the left, that's where they were. But it was at a different time because I remember riding past there, I had things to do. I took off work there and I thought somebody got shot on that overpass. But they're on the overpass, they were not in the neighborhood. So Brother Tanique called me, hey, they got something going on down your way. And we give respect. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Something I shouldn't tell you, but he probably be glorified by it. If something happened in our region, we give each other respect. That's what men do. If something happened in Ohio, he called me and asked me. This is how love is so good. He called and asked me, hey, you doing this, you ain't doing that? No, bro, you that's okay. You don't give the clear. Who do that, man? Don't nobody do that. There's people who love you. It's the same thing. And I'm saying, bro, I wonder why you ain't do this. He's like, bro, because I had to call you. But this is just the thing that's going on. But the thing that went on with these people. And I told him, I said, listen, I really think that it was something that, and I don't want to take it out for my Cincinnati people who have been in that, that area, in the Lincoln Heights area. Don't take it as this, but I think they were really trying to, they brought the people there because you see it on the video. They bring the racist people in behind the school that's for that Lockland area. And the police talk to them and let them go on and they get onto the highway. And I think that the police chief got on TV, and this is the play for me. She said, I don't want to have people masked up with automatic weapons.
Wow.
So, yes. So that region, you don't have that law there because in my state where I am, I'm like Texas. Anybody can carry a gun, Tanique. So I take that as a play. I take it as a play. They put them there because my cousin told me they was in Columbus, they was in Toledo, and they came down to Cincinnati, and they was over the overpass. They were not in the neighborhood. And people came, oh, we about to motherfucking huggies, and just didn't even know they was taking pictures of every vertical people who ever had a pistol or a gun or whatever. They got your ass. COINTELPRO all over again.
Sapphire, what is your take on Angie Stone's situation before you go?
Ooh, wee, shit.
Well,
Sapphire. Yeah.
well, okay, it's two things that made me think about the full situation. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'll Be Sure had put her health business out there immediately after the news came out that she died in an accident.
Yeah.
It made no sense because normally when celebrities do it, they always fall behind family members, like as a confirmation or because, just to let everyone know this is true. But her family didn't even put it out there. So I thought it was weird. And then I came across one of her videos, I think she did on Instagram, and everyone is playing this one video, but it was another video prior to that, or maybe after, that she has said that Uptown Records owe her some money. and Motown owed her some money. So it wasn't the same company that was distributing the music. It was 2 other companies. So altogether, it was 3 companies that owe her money. But then I realized that when Al B. Sure had put her health business out there, I said he is the part owner of Uptown Records. He has songs with them, along with Heavy D and Heavy D, and then Kim Porter, Diddy, and then Andre. Everyone is dead except for Al B. Sure and Diddy.
Who almost died.
And
hey, y'all, I'm gonna pop out and pop right back in. Hold on, I got something to do. I'll pop right back and pop right back in.
Okay, so if Angie Stone was to win her judgment just on Uptown Music by itself, that means Diddy and Al B. Sure would have to pay up because they own stocks in the company. So that's when I realized this is why Al B. Sure out her out the way he did. And it was so disrespectful. I didn't like that. But yeah, she was taken out. She was taken out because they owe her millions. She's been in the music industry for 40 years. She was writing hooks and people's songs that you would never imagine, because what Diddy and Uptown Music was doing, they were taking her off of the credits of writing some of those hooks. So it's a nasty situation. I think if her family was to still challenge it now that Angie is gone, mysteriously something would happen to them, because they already tried to poison her, and God got her out of it for her to give him his glory and testimony. And that's when she got taken out, with the car accident. So everything is everything, but this is definitely murder and foul play. And one more thing, I heard it's a possibility she was dead before the car accident.
Yeah. Well, I talked to an investigator who told me he didn't sign no non-disclosure agreement. And what he told me shocked me. And what he told me was, when the car hit them and they fishtailed and turned over, okay, that was one accident. But that truck hitting her don't make any sense, because the truck had plenty of time to actually stop, and that truck hit them, and it shouldn't have never hit them at all, period. And that's what killed her. And the guy was from Texas.
Yeah, I understand that. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna really ever know unless the autopsy comes out. But even with that, it's kind of hard to prove if someone was already dead before the accident actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember when she did her rant on Instagram, she said it was multiple people that was stealing from her in her circle. It wasn't just the record label. She said people who she thought that, she was dealing business with, whatever you want to call it, manager, roadies, whatever. She later found out that she really didn't have the friends that she really truly thought she had. So I just find it weird. And I know that when people like her travel to, to do entertainment or whatever, the concerts in different cities, multiple towns, they do travel with an entourage. But it does raise a question. When she was saying all this on social media, did she change her circle? I don't think she really did. So I just think it's a lot of foul play.
With the guy Lethal Carter having a criminal record that's taller than I am, I want to know who hired this guy, because he shouldn't have been able to get a job in a prison. That's how horrible this criminal background record is. I'd like to know. He didn't even have no license. I'd like to know who hired this guy. He should not have been driving her around, period.
Well, rumor has it he may have something to do with her being unalive before the accident. I'm telling you, and I don't think there is any way it can be proven, because once they you know how they kind of quickly rule things out like a accident, suicide, whatever, and then even though we feel some type of way, it's no hardcore proof to prove otherwise. I just think this might be the case.
Well, the Alabama Highway Patrol just said yesterday it's an official investigation.
I hope the truth comes out then. Really, I pray that the truth comes out, because just like when you, Tanique, and I can't praise you enough how you expose, Whitney Houston. And the autopsy report was the autopsy report literally says the total opposite of how she died, in a way. Like, she touched everything in her hotel room. And that was just so alarming versus what we were literally told. And I kind of feel almost the same thing happened with Angie Stone.
That's what her son's saying. Her son is saying the injuries don't match up with the autopsy report. He has the autopsy report.
Yeah, it's foul play. Yep, it's foul play.
Why would you want folks to sign a non-disclosure agreement?
Well, I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard maybe it's certain courts, maybe it's federal courts, that a non-disclosure agreement does not apply when a crime has been committed or something like that.
But just the fact that somebody wanted hospital people and people in the car to sign one raises super red flags.
It does. I totally agree with you. So that's why I'm kind of hoping and praying, even by them signing that, that it can't apply due to the circumstances of the case. And I think there are laws that will back that up. Even if an NDA was signed, it's non and void. Now tell us what really happened. You see what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. Just like Twitch, when he died, his wife, before the funeral happened, made the whole family sign an NDA just to go to the funeral. So what's really going on with Hollywood?
I don't know. Jane had dying like this. His wife, dog.
Hollywood equals serial killers because everybody keep dying tragically. Look, Biggie, Tupac, Nipsey. I mean, you covered those cases. You uncovered a lot of stuff, important things, and yet it still have not been modified on the autopsy or the death report that it was really a murder. So I'm convinced if you part of Hollywood, if you a rapper, no matter what, you're going to get murder off. Even if they call it a suicide, it's still some type of foul play there. And who's to gain? The people who are managing you are the gain, because they're the one that's going to make the money. Now, how come they're doing a GoFundMe for Angie Stone when these record companies should be paying for it? None of this makes any sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And I forgot to put the little girl's GoFundMe up here, but they got a GoFundMe for, I think her name is Armani, the little girl, 5-year-old girl.
I already just sent 200 to him, bro.
Yeah, we got a GoFundMe trying to help with her burial.
Yeah. That shit crazy. I can't really even say that. Sci-fi that took all the words out of my mouth. Man, it's crazy we got to go through this shit. And this how it should be all around the world.
And if we don't do something, this won't be the last time we all meet together over something like this. That's why something unprecedented had to take place.
Yeah, we got to start saying shit, man. Start putting people just, man, shit. You ain't part of the clique. Tell the police shit. Motherfuckers, this is what's going on. This was going on. This was going on in the neighborhood. You ain't talking shit. You ain't just, if they want their shit, just let them know, hey, go somewhere else. Don't be a part of this shit. So If that's how you want to get your neighborhood together, you have to be boastful about it. And if they come in, they got guns, goddamn it, you go with the bigger gun. They'll understand. I promise you that. So we got to, you got to create your own coalition in the neighborhood of a gang. It says, since they said that the gang is illegal, neighborhood gang, real neighborhood. So they try to tell you in that, oh, the neighborhood, nah, that's some bullshit. Motherfucker get killed, ain't no responsibility. We ain't doing that. You got to be on responsibility.
You ain't never spoke on Angie either, Crown Reese. What do you think?
Oh man, there you go. See, hey, I think I made a post earlier. There was 9 people on the bus, right?
Yep, 9 people in that van.
Why Angie died? The only person.
The only one that died.
Yeah. So it goes back to remind me of what she was speaking about when I told you about the other day. Oh, as she's speaking about the money that she's been owed. And then early that day, I know that you do your investigation. I was just showing my sister-in-law the picture of the brother who was driving the truck. He don't even look like he a part of this. He looked like a Sunni Muslim who was dressed in his own garb, whatever it was. And it just reminded me of when people speak out about Jews that they're old. Here in this capitalist,
they always die.
America, they always die. It's the movies that they show us. They show us every day. They show us The Sopranos. They show the press. The press of the money of the people. The press of what you owe. Everybody that I'm speaking to right now, and I'm gonna talk a nigga to you, and I'm gonna talk dirty nigga to you. You work every day for a check that a motherfucker get that you don't even fucking see before they take tax from your stinking ass. That's how they look at us. The same way I'm talking to you, that's how they talk to us. But they do it in their money form. Donald Trump said he's trying to get rid of that shit and trying to take the Debo out the money. And motherfucker say he a goddamn devil. It fucked me up to understand, like, what the fuck? Huh? You talking about the nigga that gave Mike Tyson his first 8 fights, promoted him. He talking about the person that
Oprah Winfrey sold her to Harvey Weinstein.
So look, now motherfucking black people on TV talking about we're gonna exonerate Weinstein because he was set up. It's just different shit, man. And we get caught up in the whirlwind, and we ain't concentrating on what the fuck we got going on in our households, y'all. And I'm gonna say this to my white people that I love. Y'all know me, Crown Reese. Man, fuck them hunkies, man. And deal with what you got going on. Since you want to segregate yourself anyway from white people, but you want to use the resources, we got to make up our minds, man. God damn. We got to make up our minds what we want to really, 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 really do. Everybody who can say this, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna just say this is the realest shit I'm gonna ever say. This Tupac shit. If Trump do something today, that shit ain't gonna affect none of you motherfuckers. You're gonna be going through the same shit you go through every goddamn day. So stop that bullshit. There's bigger shit that's going on, y'all. Stop flattering yourself. You're not the cute motherfucker. Stop.
Okay, well, on that note, we got the perpetrators who killed this little baby. And one of them is a child sex offender. That's them right there. If you see them, call the police. The police, they do not approach these guys. They are super duper armed and dangerous. If you see them in a relative's house, get on the phone, call the Texas Rangers, and they will be there. So on that note, to all my subs, to all my followers, we all say one nation.
That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and college prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number 1, why is there no blood? Question number 2, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shits all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit. Handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why's the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget. They got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They try to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know when it began. A bunch of new chapters. You didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask. We all gotta blast back. We're in the game, though we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanique Views to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I wanted to say myself, they killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes, big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, you're Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend, some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.